Hey there, calculus students, welcome to Educate. Let us talk about the piecewise defined function. So now we can draw a function on this domain. You have done that since high school or grade 8 or something like that. So for example, this is a function f of x given by x squared plus 2, and then we have got also a function g of x given by x minus 1. So we can plot this using the xy Cartesian plane by just plotting dotted points, and then we can make this as the function of g of x, which is the straight line. This is your g of x. And then we can also do the same thing and plot the function f of x, which is a red straight line. So this is your function f of x. So basically this tells you that you can be able to plot two or more functions on the same set of x's, and yeah, that's all that you have learned so far. So now here we look at the piecewise defined functions. So when you talk about piecewise defined functions, it is actually a combination of two functions and making them one function in a sense. So now the functions below can be combined to form one function by only defining it in a piecewise manner. So what does this mean? It just means that if we have got a piecewise function, this function has got more than one equation. It's one function, but then it is having two different equations or two different graphs, and then they are defined piecewise. So let's just get back this function once more. Remember, we've said that this is our f of x given by x squared plus 2, which is a parabola or a quadratic function. And then we've said that this is our g of x given by x minus 1. So now we can combine these two and make them into one function at different domains. So let's just combine these two equations, not add them. You are just combining them and you are making one new function, and I'll call this function h at x. So h at x will be a function, a piecewise function that contains two equations. It will contain the first equation x squared plus 2, and then it will also contain the equation x minus 1. So does this mean that we're just going to plot them as just two functions? No, we're actually going to define them on different domains. So we're just going to say this will be x squared plus 2 if x is less than negative 1. And then let's say, okay, less or equal to negative 1. And then we're going to use the equation x minus 1 if x is greater than negative 1. So this is a piecewise defined function. It means that you've got two equations. It's one function. H at x is one function that consists of two equations. So how do we now plot that? So now we are going to use the first equation, x squared plus 2, if x is less or equal to negative 1. Geometrically, what does this mean? This is negative 1 on the Cartesian plane. So when we are saying that we are going to use the equation x squared plus 2 if x is less than negative 1, we're actually going to plot this to the left-hand side of negative 1, because the x values that are less than negative 1, we are talking about negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, and going to the left of negative 1. So we're actually going towards negative infinity. So we are going to use which equation to plot this function? We are going to use this equation x squared plus 2 to be able to plot our function. So this equation x squared plus 2 is just a parabola. You can see that we have plotted it completely, but now we are just going to plot it from negative infinity until it reaches negative 1. So let's see what is the y value when x is negative 1 for the first equation. You're just going to put negative 1 where there is x. This will be negative 1 squared plus 2. And then this will be 3. So you can see that when x is negative 1, y is positive 3. So here I'm going to put a shaded dot to say that this is where I will stop plotting my parabola. This is where I will stop plotting using this first equation. So I'm going to plot this function from negative infinity as a parabola, but when I reach negative 1, I'm going to stop plotting it, because basically the piecewise defined function, we have only chosen to use the first equation only if x is less than or equal to -1. So it means that for you to be able to use the equation x squared plus 2, you must actually draw this function to the left of -1 where there are values that are less than -1. That's why we plotted a parabola. This is not a straight line. I'm not good at drawing, but this is the parabola. This is a parabola. So this is not drawn to scale, but basically this is a parabola. I think I'm making it more ugly, but this is your parabola. That's the first part of the equation. Now, when you reach at -1, you stop plotting the function. So it means you have just plotted this part of the function, this part of the function, until here, where x is -1. So now we are going to continue with the second equation from -1. The second equation says x minus 1, which is this straight line, this blue straight line. But if x is greater than -1, only if x is what? Is greater than -1. When we say that x minus 1, if x is greater than -1, it means that our function h at x will be using this equation x minus 1 if x is what? Is greater than -1. So when x is greater than -1, we are talking about the values that are to the right of -1. We're talking about values such as 1, such as 2, such as 3, such as 4, such as 5, such as 0. All of those values are greater than -1. So that is where we're going to plot the function using the second equation. We are no longer going to use the first one because the first one only worked if x was less than negative or equal to -1. So here at -1 for the first equation, we have put a shaded circle here. We have put a shaded circle here at x is equals to -1 and y is equals to 3. Why did we put a shaded circle? Because here it said x is less or equal to. So when you see that or equal to, it tells you that the function is defined using that equation. That's why we put a shaded circle. So now to continue, we're going to plot using this equation. But first, we're going to start at -1. So using this equation, if we put -1 where there is x, we're going to get -1 minus 1. Okay, because this is x minus 1. And then the y value that you get there, or the function value, is -1 minus 1, which is -2. So it means that if we're going to plot our blue line, when x is -1, then y is -2. We're going to put an open circle there. We are not going to shade the circle because this is x is greater than -1. There is no or equal to. So basically, you shade your circle if it's greater or equal to, or maybe if it's less or equal to. But you put an open circle if it is greater than or if it is less than. So in this case, this is if x is greater than -1. So it means at -1, we're just going to draw an open circle. And then now, since this is a straight line, you know its behavior here. It is supposed to continue like this in a straight line manner until it reaches positive infinity. So this is actually a piecewise function. We've actually combined these two functions by defining them at specific domains or by actually cutting a piece of them. That's why it says known as a piecewise defined. So we have defined the function, or we've plotted a function on only certain x values or on only certain parts of the domain. Because here, if you can observe carefully, on this parabola here, this was a full parabola. If it was f of x given by x squared plus 2, we have only decided to plot it as long as the x values were less than -1. But when we reached -1, we stopped. You can see that this is our portion of the parabola before x was -1. And when we reach -1, we put a shaded circle there. Why did we put the shaded circle here at this point? It is because there is an or equal to sign. There is an or equal to. In this case, we've got a less or equal to type of sign. So basically, that's how we handle it. And then here for the blue function, you can see that the blue function, its domain is just from -infinity to positive infinity, if we are just considering g of x given by x minus 1. But we have chosen not to define all of this path. So we have chosen not to define all of this part. We have only started defining our function from x is equals to -1 and going to positive infinity. So we have started defining it from x is equals to -1 going to positive infinity. So do you see that we have actually cut pieces of this function? And make sure that when you're having your piecewise functions, they must not disturb each other. We shouldn't expect to find, let's say, maybe if we say x, let's just say, if they say, what is y when x is -3? It means you are going to use the graph of a parabola, because you know that -3 is less than -1. So it means that you were using the first equation for the parabola to be able to find the y value. So we do not expect you to use this second equation, because you do not define that straight line, or that straight line given by the second equation. You do not define it as long as you are using x values that are less than -1. So now let's just do a practice. So here on the same set of x's, plot the piecewise functions given below. So I'm just going to plot two of them. I'm going to plot a as well as b. So a is given by g of x, so they'll put something like this. This bracket is given by x squared if x is less than 3, and it is given by x plus 2 if x is greater or equal to 3. So this is a piecewise defined function, because we've only defined a piece of it using two different equations. So now this will be my set of x's that I will use. And then now, where do we start? They say that we are going to use the equation x squared to find g of x, if and only if x is less than 3. So where is 3 here? In this case, we see that 3 is here. X is equals to 3 is at this position. So when we are saying that we're going to use the equation x squared, which is the mother graph of a parabola, we're going to use it if x is what? Is less than 3. If x is less than 3. So we are going to use this equation for all values that are less than 3, such as 1, such as 2, such as 0, all these values until -infinity, because all of them are less than 3. So now, in this case, a mother graph of a parabola, if you're going to draw it, it's just going to look like something like this. This is not drawn to scale, but it's definitely going to look like something like this and rise up. And what is the y value when you put x is equals to 3 here? You're just going to get 3 squared, and you get that to be 9. So your graph must go up and up and up and up and up and up until it reaches 9. Maybe 9 is somewhere here, because my Cartesian plane only ends at 5 here, but maybe 9 is somewhere here. So do you see that it will go up until it reach y is equals to 9? But am I going to draw a shaded circle or an open circle? I'm going to draw an open circle, because remember what I've said here, that if you have got a greater than sign or you have got a less than sign, it means that your function is not defined at that point. So you draw a open circle. Okay, so that's why here we have got an open circle. So we are done plotting our parabola from -infinity until we have reached 3. We stop at 3 because we are only using the first equation if x is less than 3. Now we move on to the second equation for this piecewise function. The second equation is x plus 2. It's x plus 2 only if x is greater or equal to +3. So it means after +3, the values that are greater than +3, values such as 4, such as 5, such as 6, such as 100, until all the positive infinity values, we are going to use the equation x plus 2. And the equation x plus 2 is an equation of a straight line function. In a straight line function whose y-intercept is at x is equals to 2. But we are not going to draw our straight line somewhere here. We're not going to draw in all this place. Reason being, I've already said it, reason being, we define only a piece of it. We are only going to draw this straight line given by x plus 2 if x is greater or equal to 3. So here we start at 3. We're just going to put 3 into this equation, x plus 2. So where there is x, you put 3, and then plus 2, you get 5. So it means if we were going to define it, when x is 3, on the second equation, y is equals to 5. So now x is equals to 3, y is equals to 5. So what are we going to do here? We are going to draw a shaded circle. Why am I shading my circle here? Because this is if x is greater or equal to. once you see the or equal to sign, you have to draw a shaded circle. It means that your function is defined by that equation at that particular x value. So in this case, greater or equal to 3. That's why we draw a shaded. And then here, this is x plus 2 with a positive gradient, so it must be a straight line that is going in that direction. So you can see. So this is a piecewise function. This is one function. It is using two graphs indeed, but this is one function. Okay, so do not be misled and think that a function is a graph. No, this is one function, but it is using two graphs. This has got serious applications when it comes to engineering, mechanics, and all other practical fields. So don't take it lightly. This is one function that is using two graphs. Now let's try to plot b on the same set of x's. B is the equation f of x given by e to the power x if x is less or equal to 0, and given by 1 plus x if x is greater than 0. So now in this case, this is a piecewise function as well, defined by two equations. E to the power x is an exponential function, a natural exponential function. I've covered those in my other videos. I will link it in the description. So my function f of x is equals to e to the power x if x is less or equal to 0. So when we say less or equal to 0, I'm just going to consider all the values that are less than 0 and the values then and 0 itself. So we are talking about values such as -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 until the entire negative infinity. So I'm going to draw the exponential function, the natural exponential function, e to the power x for all the x values that are less than or equal to 0. So the function is going to be an increasing function. I'm sure you know how a natural exponential function looks like. But where am I going to end drawing this function? Basically, I'll just say e to the power of 0 and try to find out what is my y value if I put e to the power of 0. I get positive 1. So my exponential function should be drawn until positive 1. And then I'm going to put a shaded circle there. Why am I putting a shaded circle? Because there's an or equal to. This is x is less or equal to 0. So I'm going to put a shaded circle. So this is my exponential function, my natural exponential function. And I'm going to stop it. I'm not going to continue and draw it for the rest of the graph or for the rest of the Cartesian plane. It is because I only use the first equation if x is less or equal to 0 and not otherwise. And then my function f of x is given by 1 plus x if x is greater than 0. So now we are going to now change our equation from e to the power x to 1 plus x, because now we have reached 0. So for all the values that are greater than 0, we are considering values such as 1, such as 2, such as 3, such as 4, such as 5, such as 0, 0.5, 0, 0.9, all of those are greater than 0. So we are going to start at 0 itself. So we're going to substitute 0 in the x-axis. We get that this is 1 plus 0, and 1 plus 0 is just 1. So it means that this function will also start at 1. But this is x is greater than 0. It's just a greater than. There is no an equal to sign. So we must make an open circle at y is equals to 1. So the y value, if I use the second equation, is 1. So I'm going to make an open circle there. And then now you can see that this is a straight line. It's a straight line function. And then it has got a positive gradient, so it's going up. So it will be something like this. This will be my straight line going up. So this is a what? This is how you draw piecewise functions. Make sure that you listen to this video, re-listen to it. You can even download it and listen to it 100 times and make sure that you understand this. Go ahead and plot number C as well, because these piecewise functions will bother you in the whole calculus 1. We are still going to do limits and continuity. You're going to see the significance of the piecewise functions. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can even support us in any way that you wish to. God bless.